Hi, it's Craig Metrowich for VideoCelebrityNews.com, and the good news is, I think we've got a great signal. Welcome to the show with Lily Geertz and Arnold Geertz in their beautiful home, and I have the privilege of sharing tonight some time with you, the viewers. And if you can hear us clearly, please send us a thumbs up. If the signal's now great, please send us a thumbs up, and you can obviously also send us questions. For the people who haven't seen me vlog before, I'm using the glasses so that I can see your comments and interact with you. My eyes are fine. Danny, thank you. Danny, tell me, give us a thumbs up. Your signal's there. And give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. I'd appreciate it. Yes, and Peter's also online. Okay, we are live. We're connected. Lily, this is the first interview I'm doing where I've got serious competition in the middle here. Because look, Arnie and I mean, we are masters, as you can see. I mean, we are masters in the looks department. And let's get to the interview. What this is really about is sharing with the audience a biography. I know that both of you have been through some, look, your biography is massive highs. But I think let's start from what I know of you as people. You're both amazing people. Okay, I've known you both a long time. We can go back to when we met in Cape Town, when we were like wild and free. You remember those times?
22,000 years ago.
So let's go in context and start with the family. I know family is very important for you. So let's set that. How important is family? Tell us, you know, like I know you got 4 kids, 2 daughters, which I've met, the 2 sons, all good-looking kids. Tell us, are they healthy kids? Let's start with the important stuff. Healthy kids?
Yeah, we're privileged to have 4 kids. They're age 4, 9, turning 17 next week, and 27.
So how's that for a gap, eh? I mean, you've got a full deck there, eh? Full deck. Sean Broven, Brendan Radamski, thank you for watching. We are live online. Send us your questions. So you've got 4 kids, nice gaps between each one. How does that impact on them getting to grow up? Because I've got one daughter, she's only 5. And I do feel a little bit for her, because I think if she had another kid or other kids, look, she's got friends, but I see how they influence each other. So let's share with the audience, how are you seeing your kids growing up together? How has it benefited? What are the challenges been from a family point of view?
So when I met Arnold, Corbin was 10 years old and Kina was 1 at the time. And for me, I come from a family of 4 kids, so I've always liked the Brady Bunch.
So you love a big family.
I love it.
I get it.
And I basically was told I can't have kids. So when Kina, when he was 5, his mom was diagnosed with motor neuron disease, and a month after his 6th birthday, mom passed away. And I said to Arnold that I would like to adopt him, because I don't think any child should be without a mother.
I agree with you there. I get it. I mean, a mom is such an important, just from a love and a role model, and too often we try and split between, the male's got this, the female's got this. You know, I see this with my child. When she's really sick, at 1 o'clock in the morning, she would ask for mom,
Mom's anchor.
And I've got to be mature enough and go, okay, Dad, I'm cool. I think I'm a loving guy. Why does she want mom? But it's like,
it's not a competition.
Yeah, I say with her mom, I go, Yolandi, if I ever phone you at 1 and baby has to be with you, don't query it, because I get it. She wants mom at that time, So so tell us, so that was a mega challenge, eh?
Yeah, that was an interesting time in our lives. But naturally, I grew up as a little girl wanting to be a mom. That's all I wanted to be. I'm a very strong-willed, outgoing, competitive individual.
Really strong-willed. Okay, that's luckily that's our good sense of humour. Yeah. And let me come in and defend you on that. I think that's an awesome characteristic.
Of course.
Because when you take that also to a business level, to be strong-willed, if you can get through some of the challenges in your home life, it really makes you stronger when you get to becoming an entrepreneur.
No, definitely. So. We basically a month before Kina's mom passed away, we were held up in our home for 4.5 hours. We were armed robbed, and with that reality, I distinctly remember lying tied up in our bed for 4.5 hours, thinking, I've had the privilege to travel and live around the world. I was privileged to marry my best friend, And
he's a good oak. I mean, I actually know him a lot better than you, but he's a good
Checks
oak.
in the post.
He's a good oak. They don't do checks anymore. But like help.
That's why I said it.
EFTs are faster. Yeah, the checks take longer. Well done. Buy pigeons.
Save some money.
You said you could buy pigeons.
And I distinctly remember, thinking that I was blessed, to be loved by mom and my dad, and my life was full. But I fell short of two things in my life. The one was to swim with dolphins, and secondly, give birth to my own children. And it was quite a significant.
Have you done both now? I know you got the kids side, but what, and the dolphin side? Okay.
And literally, for 8 months after that whole incident, we started, shall I say, interfere with nature, and we tried to do it our way and get it going. When in the following year, the 22nd of May, in Children's Church, Kina prayed and said, "Please come, my mom have a baby."
Sure.
And on the 24th of May, I conceived Lilia, and 9 months later, she was born.
So let's talk miracles without becoming evangelists. How would you term that? Being a mom.
That was a miracle.
How do you term that?
Well, for me, I think the power of prayer for children is amazing. But the reality was that, a month before Lilia was born, Kina's adoption came through. And, when we gave him the news,
what happened?
Can I call you mom?
Oh,
man. It's so beautiful.
That's beautiful, eh?
It just was something that he wanted to do. And when Lilia was born, Kina was her brother. Yeah. There wasn't
it's no step-brother scenario.
It was her brother. And interesting enough, at that point in time, Corbin was in high school, almost matriculated, and not interested in this baby. Like, what's the big
you can have that in a family, what's the big deal?
Well, it's the beauty of teenagers. We don't have to understand them, we just have to live with them.
Correct.
And quite amazingly enough, in 2011, I started picking up my life again. Lilia was about 3-4. Started doing hip-hop dancing, and I had my project was early childhood development that I was busy doing with a pilot. And during Bible study, I just felt like, Lord, I just feel there's one little soul that needs to be added to our home, but it's not my will, let your will be done. And I went on with life. I went with my hip-hop group to Graz, Austria, took part in the World Championships, brought home the gold medal.
Gold medal. Now, Arnie, did you know? Arnold Geertz, did you know that?
So when Lily came home with the gold medal from the World Hip Hop Championship, I took all my comrades' silvers and I threw them away.
They meant
nothing.
Get it. Sorry, just for the audience watching here, Paul Kruger, thank you. Sandra, Jabez, thanks for watching. We're sharing, this is part of the intro. The signal's not too good. We're going to, hopefully about 10 minutes, we will do then for videocelebritynews.com and uncut high definition. And we're setting the tone around the challenges. And what's so beautiful, this is unscripted. So they don't know what I'm going to ask them and vice versa. And I'm going to try not to cry because you guys move me already in such a big way. I mean, I know you for quite a few years, but I don't know some of the private stuff, and it shows me your strength of character. I mean, I've known you've had it, but now you've validated it for me. And the audience, I appreciate it. Arnie, let's bring you in here. So you've got a gold medalist already, okay? Yeah. So I'm sorry, I think the rest of you, can we leave the room? I think we should leave.
Leave it by ourselves.
So let's take, apart from your intro, let's share some of your passions. Your career is phenomenal. I mean, when I look at, like, you did 800 interviews in like 9 days. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the things that I would have picked up. And your comrades running, and your sports presenting. So set the highs of that as well, and bring that back to the family lessons.
I've been incredibly blessed, Craig. I don't know if our viewers online will be able to see all the pictures behind, but this is my wall of fame in the back there.
I'll show that.
And all the way from Madiba through to Arnold Schwarzenegger, F.W. de Klerk, Ernie Els, the list is endless, and without wanting to sound big-headed or boast about it, I sometimes stand in front of this wall and I think, did I really do all that stuff? And that's the amazing thing. 33 years of broadcasting, and I was really blessed. Really, really blessed to be able to do what I did. And I did things I never thought I'd be able to do. And like you say, the 800 interviews in 9 days was about VAT and the introduction of VAT and stuff.
Amazing. Yeah, and the fact that people would be quite keen to listen to such a message, it makes sense. But I mean, I understand also the logistics around that.
Yeah.
So for me as a presenter, I admire the fact, the amount of energy that takes and effort.
Yeah.
Unless you've done this type of work, people don't realize. Your voice energy, your intellectual energy, those things are, they're not infinite.
Yeah.
And you've got to dig deep down to be able to deliver. And let's talk client engagements. What have you, like as a high, Craig, one of the highs of my life, let's put it that level, as far as your career and family, was, practical example, my kids and I did something that was work related, but I shared that experience with them. Because too often, by the way, audience, too often our work, we disconnect.
Yeah.
So, part of my calling, we separate the two, and we shouldn't have to. I mean, so the question is, a highlight of your life that was work related, that the family also could enjoy that.
So I'll give it to you twofold. There's two answers to that question.
Yes.
The first one is when I'm on air and my family can see me working, and they take pride and love in it when they see me working. But then there have also been many where I've been able to take my family along on these trips. Just several where they get to share the hotel and the stay and all those things. And for my daughters and even for my teenage son, it is a big deal to go away to these incredible places, go in a helicopter.
So Dad's a real celebrity. Let's be blunt, right?
Well,
you know what I mean? I mean, I see you as a celebrity.
I see
you as a
believed
superstar. I know that. I see you as that. Because remember, I was a fan of you before I got to know you as a person.
Thank you.
So from a fan point of view, I would see you as a celebrity in what you do.
I've never thought about it that way.
Okay, so maybe I'm very childlike. I'm not childlike. I see him as a celebrity. I'm a fan of his, but he's a master superstar in sports presenting. Is that fair enough?
No, I tell you what I think I do well. I'm blessed with a talent that I can live out, and that I've been able to hone and skill with the help from above to be able to get my point across. But the talent doesn't belong to me. The talent is lent from the good Lord. That's
well said. I mean, too often, to bring in from a business point of view, is some of my frustration as a person is I meet so many people who've got more talent than I could ever have, and they have fear, so they don't even use it. And I go, but hang on, you can memorize numbers, you've got speed reading, you're analytical, okay, let's say you're a chartered accountant, but you're too scared to take a step.
I tell you a lovely story.
Yes.
In this home a few weeks ago, we had one of the funniest men in South Africa who sat on my couch just around the corner from this room, and I'll use the name John Smith. I don't want to expose the man because it wouldn't be fair.
Yes.
And he said he wants to take his show on the road. He's got a story to tell, but he's too scared. I said, but you are John Smith. And he said, that doesn't matter. And I said, no, listen to me, you are John Smith. And he did not have the confidence. And that is a very big thing. The belief in being able to pull off what you dream about is a very, very big thing. And don't let people tell you how big or how small you can be. Lily is a perfect example of that. What Lily's doing with her life right now is breathtaking. It'll change millions of people's lives. And it's believing that you can pull it off.
And also not giving up on that.
No.
I mean, let's go to that as well. Because, I mean, that's what I found in, being 52. By the way, there's an advantage.
Are you that old?
52. Yeah, 52 years young. But the beauty of that is exactly that. Is you've got that experience, you've got pains of wisdom, and what I found is, in retrospect, is I'm more afraid of what I don't try at this stage of my life than trying something like this, even videocelebritynews.com, where the odds are that I shouldn't even bother trying to do it. From a funding point of view, a time point of view, logistics point of view. Yet, guess what? Our wisdom says to us, hang on.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Let's go.
Do you agree, Lily?
Definitely.
Tell us about your experience with dealing with children and bringing to now the love of the family, and how that has now, got you involved in your business and your efforts and it's calling, if I understand. I mean, I call it a business, but it's actually more, it's a calling that hopefully makes a living. Put it that way. So tell us about that.
So when Kina came over to us when his mom was ill, the school assessed him and said to us, listen, he's almost 6, but he's on the level, developmentally, on the level of a 3 to a 4-year-old. And we have to put him on Ritalin and OT and speech therapy. And I said, look, his mom is terribly ill with a terminal disease, and he's just moved from mom's house to our house, which is a huge trauma. Little did I know that literally a few weeks later, on Women's Day 2006, we would be arm rocked for 4.5 hours, which in itself is an extreme trauma.
Correct.
And literally 6 weeks later, mom died.
So I mean, that is like, really, if you take a combination, on the stress levels of a human being.
Can't get much worse.
Yeah. I mean, that's really, and that has an impact on the whole family.
Exactly.
And then you obviously. So how did you work through that? I want to go the journey on how you got, to get over that.
So I basically said to them, listen, my first priority is to get the child settled in. Mom had different value systems to us in the sense of food. So my attitude toward life is that we have 80% nutrition, 20% treat.
Right.
And a child that came from convenient foods, fizzy drinks, copious amounts of TV, I have to adjust that. And it's not easy when they come with set patterns, with the foundation being laid for the first 5.5 years, and you try and install your ideas. And visiting every 3 to 4 weeks is completely different than living in your house. So with perseverance, by the November that year, the school actually called me in, said to me, "What have you done?" So your immediate reaction is,
I would have thought like, have I done something wrong? In the principal's office, what have I done? You left school a while, what have you done?
So they took out a drawing, and in the beginning of the year, his self-portrait he was tiny on the page, no hands, no eyes,
very dark,
grey, purple, yellow colours.
So all validated in writing, as in schematically. Okay, I'm with you.
By the November that year, he was full page, bright colours, had a rainbow over him, had eyelashes,
big smile,
hands,
feet.
So listen, to come here, if you're a parent watching this, and I mean, I'm sure a few people can relate, sometimes I'm thinking about my child draws all the time. I've never really noticed the detail.
It's so
after tonight, I've got to thank you, because after tonight, I'm going to seriously look at that now. Not in a judgmental light, but it might tell a story that I'm not aware of.
So hands and feet, for instance, and where it is on the page, and the size of you and them on the page tells you a massive amount of how they see you and themselves. Hands and feet mean they
so there's an emotional link that they actually reveal.
Massively.
This is awesome.
Also how they see themselves.
So just to come in here, I want to just say shout out Russell Robertson, thanks for watching. I see Owen Eric Bell, thank you for also watching. Is part of tonight this is just the intro. We're going to carry on a little bit longer. The signal is a bit weak. We will do a high definition after that. Ani, take us now on where we see the highs going forward. You survived so many challenges as a couple, and I put the title together, Unstoppable, and not in a way to say that there's not going to be challenges going ahead. But I know that you've got inner strength. I know you've got a strength from above. But where is your aspiration? I'll give you an example. If I interviewed a person wanting to climb Mount Everest, they would say, as I climbed that route, because you've climbed Everest in your career, I want to climb a more difficult route. So my question to both of you, and I'll go, let's go ladies first. Would you like it? About time we did it. Go my ladies first, by the way, my daughter. So let's go ladies first. What would you aspire to with all the work you've done with the kids? And then I'm going to ask Arnie the same. What would you aspire to with your career going forward?
So because of the challenges I faced with Kina, literally in 2011 I took my domestic son who had similar challenges. He was 6 months younger than our daughter, noticed the difference, and just pure understanding to try and see the challenges that I had with Kina, if it was similar with the results that I could achieve with him.
Right.
In a 12-month cycle with people believing in my vision, we took a child out of a township who couldn't speak English, was underdeveloped physically and emotionally and mentally, and within the 12-month cycle looking at components of physical well-being, moving the body correctly, and enrichment education, we pulled him on par with the LSM's 8 to 12 groups. And that has evolved into Head Start Kids, where today we're not a school, we're components like an enrichment program, and the 3 components of making sure the body is well and functioning, moving the body correctly that enables a child to read, write and concentrate. Then we educate them through enrichment education, and during our pilot in the school year in the Lanseria area, we literally within the first 6 months improved children's numeracy and literacy by 67%. My dream and passion, it feels like I'm climbing Kilimanjaro.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
do believe that, taking one child, one community at a time, and showing people what we're doing, we can create a sound foundation to get kids ready before their school-going age, so that we can revolutionize education and create a stronger workforce. When I say stronger, not necessarily more, but more effective. And by doing that, we uplift economy. So I believe with Kina coming over, it was not easy. I promise you, there
So
were
just
many.
to come in there is that what I get is you've got the practical experience of this. There's a lot of theorists. So like I specialize in the business coaching, and my niches are sales coaching, customer care coaching. And often the client go, "Well, why those?" I go, "But because my career shows that that's what I've been very good at." And also I can give them relevance. So I see this vision of yours being not only the fact that it's a business vision, the fact that this is definitely calling for you. I mean, I just feel it when you chat. It's like no matter what happens, is you're going to do this. Am I right to say that?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So from my side, Craig Metrowich. For anybody watching, please you can follow Lily. Everything's on Google today and Facebook. Okay, and support her wherever you can. I appreciate that. So I'll get into you, and this will be the wrap up on the question. And where do you see? Because I studied your career and prepped for this, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's left? Which is quite a cool compliment, eh? It is, eh? It's like you won the Olympics a couple of times in your field.
Oh my word, I wish.
So you want to win a comrades, make it big. Put you on the spot.
That's on the list.
Is it on the list?
It's on
Okay,
the list.
I took a fly on that one. I
it's
thought
on the
maybe
list.
they'd be on the list. Okay, so tell us.
I'm really devoted to what Lily's doing as well. I am, and I'm in their boots and all.
Right.
Because I believe we're not going to just implement this and change people's lives. We're going to change the country.
Yeah.
And we can change
And
the
then
country.
and also in one country, Africa, then globally. That's how it works.
There's no doubt in my mind. And that's not big talk. We've seen it. We've seen the results. But then my own personal goal, very briefly, is I've been blessed I started running when I was 11, never stopped. And
I mean, that's why, by the way, that's why I look so skinny. And that's why I keep the camera above. I said, I'm not lowering the camera, right, okay?
My quest is just to run one more sub-3 hour marathon,
Yes.
because that'll give me a sub-3 in 5 different decades. And no
Hang on,
African-
slow down on that. Sub 3 and 5 different decades. That's
I ran my first one when I was 16
Yes.
in the 70s, 1979. Then I ran 64 of them spread over the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and now the 10s.
And
So I've got
by
a
the way,
bit of-
he's got cars. I've seen he's actually got a vehicle. I mean, the amount of running you've been doing,
But
if you
it's-
didn't have a vehicle, I'd
It's a
understand.
BMW, it can break. So anything's fine. In any case, so if I can just do one more, that'll give me a sub 3 in 5 different decades. No South African has ever done it. Only 39 people in the world have done it. Because
So
it's
that's
a
awesome.
tribute to longevity and a bit of stupidity.
Yeah, I mean, some people would say, is that sanity or insanity?
it borders on both. And then I was lucky enough to do an interview with Bruce Fordyce yesterday, and him and I were talking.
Did he give you any hints and tips?
But it doesn't help. It's over. It's done.
Okay.
If you've run all your life, the fast days are over.
Yeah.
But I'd like to try and run one when I turn 60, comrades that is, because I think I can still win the 60-year-old category in 5 years' time from now. But then I have a burning desire to preach the word of God. That's the other
Look,
thing.
I kind of also know that side of you. Yeah. And so I tell everybody, Craig Metrowich, I do have faith. You guys know that. And I do believe this, I call it my purpose.
Yeah.
And there's different versions to what we call it. But I feel sorry for people who are, to me, they're rudderless in life. That would be my analogy.
Yeah.
And when you have faith and you have this calling, without an explanation, I did interview a preacher. And what he loved is, I said to him, this is my version, practically. I never understood algebra. Okay, he didn't nod his head, by the way, so obviously he did. I said, I understood geometry pretty well. But the analogy was the 3D puzzles. Some people would look at those 3D puzzles and then never get it.
And others see it.
And
straight
others
away.
just see it straight away and see it with detail.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that you've got this higher power calling in which you want to go just beyond the chit chat and take
And
it
that's not
further.
necessarily chat from a stage or in a church.
I understand it.
Tell people the good news. Tell people what I
In
see
other words,
in the word.
influence through the word.
Yeah.
All right. So my name's Craig Metrowich for Video Celebrity News. This was the intro. I'm with the lovely Lily Geertz, who I now know is highly talented, more than I expect. I knew you were talented, but you're smart and talented, I've got to add that. And better looking than both of us. Okay. And I've got a celebrity in my mind, okay, is Arnold Geertz. And I want to thank you both for this intro. You guys are stars. I'm going to take a breath after this. And then tomorrow, you can all see the UNCUT extended interview, which will flesh out just some of the detail. So, in conclusion, share the light, share the hope, share the good news, just share the love. Thank you.